Okay, I finally have a console that I wanted, and I told you last time in my last video that I was getting a Sega Saturn, and I do have a Sega Saturn, and I'll be reviewing the console later. And I still haven't got to my PlayStation 1 reviews, because, I told you why. There's way too many stuff going on and everything. But today's Sunday, and usually, like, what? Well, I'm not at church, but, I don't know, because it's not going today. But, anyways, also because it's quiet. Anyways, well, here's the Sega Saturn Model 2 controller. I thought I was going to get a Model 1, but the Model 2 is better. I'm glad I got two of them. Oh my god, just freaking focus. But, yeah, here it is. And you can see, it looks kind of like the 6-button Genesis controller, but it's got bumpers on the top. And the shape's not as rounded, it feels better. And also, you can see that it looks kind of like a 360 kind of shape. Well, 360 looks kind of like this, because this came way before. See? Anyways, it's got the, floating D-pad, but this one's actually good. Like, Sega's floating D-pads are awesome. Like, they work. They're not like the Xboxes where they don't really work that well. These actually do work. So they don't need no 4 ways. They're 8 ways, and they work really well. It's got 6 buttons right here. Well, it's got the start button, of course. It's got A, B, C, X, Y, and Z. And a lot of times, the C button will do the same thing as A, if you never played Sega, whatever. And then it's got the 2 bumpers on the top, which they sound like mouse buttons, don't they? Yeah. So, anyways, everywhere else in the world, this is the one that came with it, like the Sega Saturn. But in America, I guess they thought, well, Americans have bigger hands. That's what everybody thinks. It's kind of true. We have bigger hands. Of course, we have bigger hands in Japan, the Japanese people, but not the same as the Europeans. So we got a bulkier controller at first. So it's Model 1. Yeah, I really can't show you because I don't have one, but just look it up. And this came with the Model 2 Sega Saturn. It came later in 1996. And they're both usable, but this is better. And there's also a third one that they made, which is the 3D control pad, what its own name. It should be called the analog controller or something, but it was called the 3D control pad. And basically, it looks similar to a Dreamcast controller. It's like rounded. It's shaped like a circle. It's got like handles, and most importantly, it's got triggers and it's got an analog stick. And it's got like a little switch down here to go from a D-pad to an analog stick. And it doesn't slip as well. It doesn't really, you don't really slip off of it like the Dreamcast one does. So yeah, anyways. So basically this controller, I mean, if you haven't seen the back of it, see how it's got these little grips, kind of like the Genesis or whatever. Yeah, this controller is very good. Like I love it. Now, it sounds cheap because when you see here, how it sounds like it's just like one of those cheap third-party controllers, but it doesn't mean it's bad. It still works. Though putting these things back together is a hassle. Like it was really hard to put this thing back together. Well, not this one, but I had one other one that was very dirty. And yeah, but I got it back together. The problem I was doing was the cable up here was like a little too high, I think, or it was too low, so it wouldn't get a good grip around it. Well. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention. I don't know why I did. It's kind of interesting though. If you look at the, if you can kind of see it. Well, let me turn on the light. Whoa. Okay, but yeah, I had to use the light because you really can't see it. But see that? Like, if you go into the menu, which I'll show you whenever I do the Saturn the console review. Like, it's got a pretty advanced CD player. So like, you can see right here. Like, you can see how it's like it's got like the skip back and the skip forward, and it's also got like the play and pause, and it's got the stop button, and it's also got a repeat. That's what it basically is. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out because I kind of forgot. I'm like, oh boy, now they won't know. So anyways, let's continue with the rest of the video. Well, here's the end cable of it, the end plug. See, it looks shaped kind of like a HDMI cable, I guess you could say. It does look kind of similar to one, but it's not. I was kind of curious about it, but it's way bigger. An HDMI cable is like can fit inside of this thing, no kidding. I mean, it's kind of, this thing also goes right into the console very easily. And surprisingly, the cable was actually longer than what you get on a Dreamcast. Like, no kidding. It's almost as long as a PlayStation 1 cable. I don't know why they went for a shorter cable, but I guess it's because you also have to put it onto the back of it like you do on the Dreamcast, because the Dreamcast has a little, because it goes on the bottom. But yeah, I'll show you how easy it is, and I'll just compare it to the other one that they have. See here, I have one right here. I chose the Model 1 because it looks so much better than the Model 2. But I'll try to do this one-handed, hopefully. But see how it just goes in there? Oh, I accidentally hit that. But see how easy that was? See, most controller ports from that time, you had to literally do it two-handed. But look, one-handed. They go one-handed. You just put it in there one-handed. Just like the Dreamcast. The PlayStation, them things are tough to even to do with two hands. They're like, they don't go in that well. But see, here it is, and you wouldn't realize how much bigger this thing is, but I can show you. I mean, I'll have like a video before this probably that it's kind of a funny comical video, but you can see just from there that it's a good bit bigger, and it is. Just look at it. But it doesn't mean it's heavy though. And yeah, there's my knee, haha. But I mean, it's almost as thick as the Xbox One, but it doesn't mean it's heavy though. It's actually surprisingly lighter than the PlayStation 1. It's just about the same. So, yeah, I'll be doing the console review, and I'll try to get to my PlayStation 1, hopefully. I mean, I still haven't even done a review on the Wii. I told you, like, this is the only day, if I ever do get a day where I can, where it's quiet enough for me, I will try to. I'm not, like, quitting, like I said before. It's because it's kind of personal, but it is, it's very loud. I can tell you that. To sum it up, it's very loud, too loud for me. If anybody knows, is there any like microphones or something you can use that muffles the background noise or any editing? Let me know, please. Yeah. So, anyways, I'll see you. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Well, you don't have to subscribe. Just feel free to if you want to. And anyways. I guess I'll see you next time.